mathsing again. We are going to revise the stuff that you have looked at with, I don't know, maybe Mr. Gale, at all the ways to change fractions, decimals and percentages. And then we're going to have a look at some real life applications. So the first thing we're going to quickly revise is percentage to fractions, okay? And you can see just in blue I've written what we do. So we're putting it over 100, basically. So 47% is the same as 47 over 100. Super easy. Now the second question, write 20% as a fraction in simplest form, okay? So we'll be cancelling down here like we've been doing before. So if I've got 20%, make that a fraction, I need to put 20 over 100. Can I cancel that down? 20 goes into itself once, 20 goes into 100 5 times, okay? So 20 over 100 is correct, but where it asks for it to be simplest form, 1/5 is the most correct answer. So the third question, write percentage as a fraction, okay? Now what we do here is we times our base by 100, okay? Because it was a percentage, we make it into a fraction. The first one we've got is 1/4%. Now this is awful. Look at it. I mean, is it a fraction? Is it a percentage? This is some crazy going on here. 1/4% is less than 1%. Okay? So 100% is 1 whole. 1% is 1/100th of that, a very small of that, small amount. Wow, words. 1/4% is very, very small amount, okay? Not even enough to be 1%. So don't be confused thinking 1/4% is 25%. It's literally less than 1%. Okay, so we're going to put that over, what we needed to do was times our base by 100. So 1 over 4 times 100 gives me 1/400th. 1/400th. And that is 1/4%. All right, so that was not too hard. We're trying something a little bit trickier here. We got 15 1/3%, okay? And that is really hard to work with. So the first thing I'm going to do is change that from a mixed number to an improper fraction. Okay, so 3 times 15 is 45, plus my 1 gives me 46 over 3. 46 thirds is the same as 15 1/3. Okay, and remember, it's a percentage. Now, this is really hard to visualize. You could all visualize how small 1/4, less than 1% of something is, but what does 46 thirds percent look like? It's really hard. So first thing we know we need to do is times our base by 100. So 46 over 3 times 100 gives us 46 over 300, okay? Can we cancel that down? We can half that. Half of 46 is 23 and half of 300 is 150. And you might just need to check with Chad Marcoda or Maddie to check if I've cancelled down enough. Thanks to you guys for letting me know I didn't. I hope that all of you noticed that I didn't, but maybe you just felt a bit too polite to say or something. Next one, change this percentage to a decimal, okay? What we do here is we move our decimal 2 jumps to the left. So if I've got 81%, 81 means my decimal's here, 1, 2, boom, 0.81. So easy changing a percentage to a decimal. Now, sometimes you'll get something that looks like this, 16.8. Oh, it's a bit confusing when it's already there. Same thing, 1, 2 jumps, okay, and you end up with 0.168. Okay, that's my decimal, 0.168. Lovely. Next one is changing fractions to percentage, okay? And the first one we're doing is the easiest because 15 over 100. What we're doing when we're changing fractions to percentage is there's lots of different formulas and things that you can use. This is my personal favourite, Okay, 100 divided by the base, which tells me what 1% is, and then I times it by the top to find how many percent. Okay, so we all know that we don't need to divide 100 by 100. We already know the answer to that. It's going to be 1 times 15 is going to be 15%. And we all know that 15 over the 100 is the same as 15%. All right, now let's try some more difficult ones. So 1 over 10. Grab your calculators there, all right? 100 divided by our base number, which is 10. Okay, and then times by 1, you should get 10%. Yeah. The next one here, 5 over 8. Okay, use your formula. 100 divided by our base number. Oh, that's not 100 divided by 8 times our top number, which was 5. You should get 62.5%, okay, or you can write it as 62.5%. Obviously, that's exactly the same thing. So the last one, have a go at with me, 1/7, okay, as a percentage. So remember, 100 divided by the base number, which was 7, okay, times the top number, which was 1. You should get 14 point, everything, okay? Now, we often go to 2 decimal places, and let's do that today. So the 2 numbers after the decimal are 2 and an 8. Look at the third number. Is that a 5 or above? Yes, it is. So that 8 becomes a 9. So that's going to be 14.29%. You with me? Good, I hope so. Last one for this page, change this decimal to a percentage. So this is the opposite to what we were doing up here, changing the percentage to a decimal, and we're doing 2 jumps to the right, okay? So if my decimal is 0.38, 2 jumps to the right, 1, 2, gives me 38%. Woo, so easy, we love it. Let's have a look at this next one here. 2 jumps, 1, 2, gives me 27.5. Now, I didn't just throw away that 0 so that you know that it's still there, but these 2 things are obviously exactly the same. You don't need to have that 0 there. And the last one, 4.2 is my decimal, okay? 2 to the left. There was no 0 there, okay? I had to put that in. 1, 2 gives me 420%, which you're thinking, oh, is that right? Okay. 4.2 means 4 whole of something plus your 0.2. 420%, 100% is 1 whole something. Okay, so that's all correct. So hopefully that was just revision for you. We've got some questions on these things just to practice doing that. And then we're going to look at some real life skills, okay? So I go into a shop and it says, find 40% off 135. There's some jeans. I like the jeans. I want jeans. And the sign says 40% off, but it doesn't tell me what 40% off on the ticket. It still says 135 because the shopkeeper hates everyone and wants them to do maths, okay? What am I going to pay for these jeans? Do I have enough money? Okay, I only have $90. So the first thing I'm going to do is use that formula, which was the original amount, 135 divided by 100 times the percentage, okay? Do that in your calculator and you should end up with 54, okay? Now this $54, that's not the cost of the jeans. That's 40%. So if I want to know how much I'm paying for those jeans, I need to get the sale price, which was 135, minus the 40%, which we decided was 54, okay, and that equals $81. So that's how much the jeans cost. Can I afford them? Remember, I had $90. Yeah, I can. Cool bananas. All right. The next question is very similar. Find 26% of 75, and it's the same thing again. Put this through your calculator. So 75 divided by 100 times by our percentage, which was 26, and you should get 19.5. Now, often the questions won't look like this. They'll be a worded question. So there's 250 kids doing a survey. 18% of them are in grade 7. How many grade 7s participated? Okay, so there's 250 kids in total. That's our original amount. Divided by 100, okay, and then times by 18. All right, so put that through your calculator and you should find that there were 45 grade 7s who participated in that survey. Sometimes you'll get questions that are the same as what we've done but phrased in a different way. So what is 15 as a percentage of 20? All right, so that's just going to be 15 divided by 20, which gives you a decimal, 0.75. And you know, to change a decimal to a percentage, you've got to do the 2 jumps, okay? And that becomes 75%. Same thing, what is 9 as a percentage of 33? 9 divided by 33, do the 2 jumps with my decimal point and I end up with 27%, okay? So again, we've got some questions for you guys to have a go at. Come back to this video, watch me do these again if you need to. I'll also put the answers there. Sometimes you can figure it out just from working backwards through the answers. Have a great day. Bye.